Close the door. I think we're good now. Audio should be good. Let's see how it sounds. Close the door. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good now. Audio should be good. Okay. It's 7:24 and it is 2:40 a.m. Let's talk about tech. So currently I had a little bit of a situation earlier today. Several of my videos that I tried to record on the new MacBook Pro 16-inch, for some odd reason, it made me sound like a chipmunk. So I have a USB interface. It's things like an 8 XLR input or something like that. And I'm able to, it's an 8 channel, sorry. 8 XLR input. Sound like an idiot. It's an 8 channel mixer, USB mixer. And I'm able to attach different things to it, microphones, adapters, stuff like that to my computer, so I can transfer the audio and put it into OBS or put it into my phone or do whatever I needed it to do. And it's been working fine for a couple, maybe like 3 years now. I think I had it 3 or 2 years. And it's a really good and powerful USB mixer. So I connected it to the MacBook Pro for the first time using the USB-C adapter thing, because the MacBook Pro doesn't actually have a standard, not a standard, but USB-A slot for me to connect the mixer in. So I connected the mixer to the MacBook and it just sounded bad. It sounded like at a high pitched voice. And the first time I didn't really notice it. I thought it was just my headphones. And I was like, okay, well, this is weird. And it just progressed there. So I increased the gain and the volume of the pitch of my voice just kept getting higher. And I was like, okay, well, is it the microphone? Like, what is it? And I couldn't figure it out. So at the time, I was using the Rode Wireless Go. So I figured maybe I have a faulty Rode Wireless Go because I know everything's fine. Let me just get to the bottom of it. So apparently, let me go back to the link because my memory is shot. Audio MIDI. So if you ever have this issue, you could go to the audio MIDI settings of your USB interface or whatever device. Mine's in particular is a MGXU. And I go to the output and I make sure that the format is 44,100 hertz. For some odd reason, it was set to 48,000 hertz. And apparently that gives you a higher pitch. So I just had to set it. I'm not sure if I changed it by accident or maybe I was messing around and it changed for some reason. So right now I'm in the audio MIDI settings of my computer, and then the format is 44,100 hertz. And it sounds normal. I'm able to connect the Rode Wireless Go, I'm able to connect the pod mic, and everything sounds fine. And I got to fix that live while I was recording live. So I wanted to make sure I could get it fixed and out the way. So it's just pretty cool how even when you get a new computer, it's fun, but there are certain things that just are like out of place. Like I'm just still fixing a few settings, a few apps. There's a lot of other apps that are not working. For some odd reason, I kept clicking OBS to open, and for some odd reason, it just opened up now. And I'm not sure why. Like it just, wow, that's weird. OBS just opened. Hmm. I don't know. It's weird. So what's going on in tech today? Besides my little ranting on of how I fixed this little situation. Let's see. I saw something in the news earlier. Let me go back to it. I think it was. So we're in Google News, and I'm just checking the tech stuff as usual. That's like the only only news thing I check while I'm checking the news. Just weather, see if it's raining so I can bike, and then tech. I saw something earlier about Facebook takes on Zoom with live video broadcasting for large meetings. I saw this earlier and I thought, I'm like, okay, that's a good idea. Facebook probably has a more capital than Zoom. They're able to have a lot more features and a lot more function. But the thing I love about Zoom is that all I have to do is create a meeting, a room, and send somebody a link, and they're in the meeting. And then they can leave, and we can go about our business. Like I said before in a couple of videos, I do tech consultations where I meet random people through OfferUp, Craigslist, or referral from another client, and we aren't friends, so I send them the link via email or text. We do the meeting on their phone or their iPad or whatever device, and we finish the meeting and we leave. My fear with Facebook is I feel like you can only probably do this with friends because Facebook's privacy is just like through the roof, and it's great, but it's just kind of tight. So I figured with these Facebook meetings, maybe the security is the same. In order for you to do a meeting with somebody, you have to be friends, and then you become friend. You add them to your friend list, and it just becomes so unnecessary. I really love apps like Hangouts. No, House Party. House Party is a really dope app. It's really cool, and it's very immersive, and it's quick, and you can get in and you can get out. Zoom, on the other hand, it's like, all right, nice having a meeting with you. Bye. And I'm like fiddling with the mouse to find the end call button or end meeting button. Facebook, I really hope that they can probably take a bite of Zoom. With Zoom, you're able to you're able to share your screen. You're able to, I believe, send documents. It's a little bit more immersive. You can even, like I said, share your screen. I shared my screen with a client the other day, and it was great. We're able to work on a project together, and it makes sense. Now with Facebook, when you say it doesn't really, uh, I don't know. It's if I'm doing a meeting with somebody or we're going to be discussing stuff, I wouldn't say let's go on Instagram Live or let's do a video chat on Instagram on the Instagram group chat. I wouldn't even really say FaceTime, like a FaceTime call. You probably would, but if you're trying to discuss something, you want to get on a Zoom call because Zoom call, we're able to type, we're able to show, we're able to send files, we're able to send links, and it's a lot more immersive and more professional. When I think of Facebook, I just think of political ads, conservative people, liberal people, and then you're doing a meeting with somebody and then they go on your post and they be like, "This kid believes in this," or "This person thinks this." Or it just, I can kind of see it not really working out because with Facebook, again, I'm not sure how they're going to do the meetings, their meeting thing, but I would assume you'd have to be their friend first and then join the meeting, and that's cool, but I don't know, don't really like that. That's how I feel about that. What else is going on here? Don't care about Samsung. Don't care about the new iPhone either. Microsoft weathers pandemic, beats Wall Street expectations. I'm really interested in Amazon met with startups about investing and then launched competing products. Some companies regret sharing information with tech, blah, blah, blah. I'll read this later. There's really nothing going on in the news for as far as tech stuff. Don't really want to talk about anything else other than that. Um, I guess we could talk about the upcoming cameras, the Nikon Z5, which I thought I was really excited about, and then I'm just like whatever. Because right now with cameras, don't really our phones are good enough, to be honest. But me as a content creator, having a camera that has great autofocus, that has image stabilization, that has headphone jack audio input, a standard HDMI port, and an XLR input, for me right now would be the perfect camera. Okay, let's take out the XLR input, and maybe if okay, we could leave a full size HDMI. But more recently, I've been thinking about the Canon C200 to C500, C300, all those type of professional cinema cameras, simply because high dynamic range, high dynamic range. Did I say that right? I'm not sure. It's kind of late. But I've really been looking towards those cameras and thinking, okay, what if there was a form factor? I know people are going to tell me Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera, 4K or 6K. True. But I'm pretty sure there is a competing company that should be coming soon that probably has something along the lines of the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K or 6K. And the Blackmagic, they're at an affordable price. It's ridiculous what they did for that form factor and that price, right? But I don't feel like there is enough competition in that space. So I'm really hoping there's a camera company that comes out of nowhere and just says, "Hey, we're going to do this." Or if Nikon finally joins the cinema camera arena, they slowly have been, niching, putting their little foot in the water when it comes to like cinematography. Because with the Nikon Z6, you can, I believe it's was 100 a 10-bit video, um, and a lot really good high diamond. Oh, I can't really think right now. Can't really even speak. That's the word I'm looking for. 10-bit video for like 4K, and the Nikon Z6 is a really great camera, video camera. So I'm thinking maybe soon Nikon will dip into the whole cinema camera space. That would be great because I'm a Nikon shooter. I love Nikon ergonomically. All the buttons to me make sense. All the settings make sense to me. Sony, I'm shooting on the Sony A7S II right now for the live, and it the menu setting just looks like somebody just like threw the most random things on the screen. So if Nikon were to jump in there, or maybe not Olympus, but maybe some new company that just comes out of nowhere and says we're going to make a cinema camera, and we're going to be focusing on quality, focusing on price and form factor, and we're going to go against the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema. That would be great because right now you have a lot of cameras that are just like the Canon R5 that's rumored to come. Well, that's coming out. A lot of people saw it. Has a lot of issues where it overheats, it does this and does that. And I don't really care for Canon, but they have some really great stuff like the Canon EOS R, great camera. So I'm just really hoping that end of this end of this year we have a camera that has really good autofocus, good lens lineup uh, for video, of course, and photos. And is it too much to ask to have a camera with a flip out screen? Just something, flip out screen, just pop it out. You can see that it's full frame. I mean, that's all I'm asking for right now. A camera that has, all right, screw that. I'm going to make my fantasy camera. Okay, my fantasy camera right now for it just, let's just say it's a Sony. So we're going to make a fantasy Sony A7S III, right? Let's say the A7S III were to come out. I would love it if the A7S III had the same mount as the A7S II, right? But the body was a little bigger, and it had two SD card slots. It has a full HDMI. It has maybe XLR Mini, two of them. Let's see. I don't really care for image stabilization as much. Where I know that A7S II is a low light beast. Hopefully this imaginary A7S III is really good with low light. A pop out screen, and you probably could think about it right now that this I want this to be a really good cinema budget camera. Like imagine this A7S III to be a little bulkier, a little bigger, and yeah, that'll be like the best for me. And I'm just hoping that they do that. Like just make it a C200 or C300 type cinema camera, but a little smaller. Give that Sony form factor. That'd be dope. Yeah, I'm just gonna end the stream right here. That's enough tech talk. I think I kind of, let me see how it sounds. The best for me, and I'm just hoping that they do that. Like just make it a C200 or C300. All right, that's enough. That's enough of me blabbing. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching, and I want to try this. I'm just gonna do this. This is easy for me. I like talking. I like tech, and there's no pressure. I feel good. Get this off my chest. It's fun. Okay. I can go to bed now. It is currently 2:57 a.m. Oh, all right, y'all. Peace. Yeah, in stream.